Nigeria's recently released unemployment data clearly shows that skills acquisition through vocational programs and a truly reformed educational system remains one of the most potent ways out of Nigeria's unemployment crisis. That's according to Vincent Nwani, a business and investment consultant. He now joins me to discuss this and other happenings in Nigeria at this time. Vincent, glad to have you join us for this conversation on Parliament West Africa. So I'd like us to get into the nitty-gritty of your research. Clearly, talk us through, first of all, what correlations your research show between skills acquisition via vocational programs and how to bridge the gap in Nigeria's unemployment.
Okay, thank you very much. The National Bureau of Statistics in Nigeria recently, that's on Friday last week, released the labor market report. And in that report, a lot of information were actually profound. And one of them is that unemployment rate on the aggregate have moved from between 2018 and now from 23.1% to 27%. You know, but the aspect that really interests me is the demographic distribution of that report. One is that Nigerians between age 16 and 24 are heavily unemployed, almost 48%, followed by from 24 years to 32 years, above 30%. Another clear information is that female are mostly impacted. Over 30% of female Nigerians that are willing and ready and capable of working can't find job. Or going back to your question, it's about educational distribution. You know, we find out that even BSc holders and first degree educated up to the level of first degree are also at the same level with people that are without no educational qualification at all. You know, at over 30% for both, and this is very, very disturbing. For people that are educated up to PhD level and even master's level, over 23%, 25% unemployment rate. So the lowest in terms of educational qualification or any form of skill are people trained that have a hands-on skill through vocational training or trade. You know, and that also explains the reason why a state like Anambra State have the lowest level of unemployment in Nigeria, because that is actually a state that is reputed for hands-on skill in the local palace called Imwolo. You know, entrepreneurship mentoring program is well profound in that state. So moving forward, I think this is very instructive for policymakers to begin to see how we can reform our educational system to infuse hands-on skill acquisition while we also study in schools, you know, to make sure that our vocational study centers are equipped and robust. Doing this is one of the ways we find out that we can bring down the unemployment rate from close to 30%, maybe by next year, to less than 20%. You know, all of the other segment of training or education are well over 20% unemployment rate, except those that have a skill, you know, through trade mentoring, vocational training. You know, so this is one of them. And we also find out that in terms of where people live, you know, people that live in the city or in the urban areas, the unemployment rate is far lower than the ones that live in the rural areas. In terms of state, it is very, very shocking to see that out of the top 10 mostly impacted by unemployment, we see a lot of states in the south, you know, that have educational advancement and things such as quality of life better than the ones in the north. Imo State top the chart, followed by Delta State, Akwa Ibom State, River State, and it's very shocking. And this is very clear that it is not about being educationally advanced. It is the type of education that matters, you know. So we have to look at clearly how to reform our educational system to deliver hands-on skill to Nigerians such that they will be able to employ themselves in small and medium enterprises. That is the way to go moving forward.